In today's video, I'm taking a look at the Zoom H1N handy recorder along with the Rode SmartLav Plus. Hi everybody, this is Andrew from T is for Tech, and today I'm taking a look at two different products that you can use to improve the sound quality of your YouTube videos, or for that matter, any video or any time that you need to do recording of your voice or dialogue, those sorts of situations. And you know, I've kind of done a few different things on the channel for my own use, right? So I do have the Rode VideoMic Pro that I often use on top of the camera. I have the Zoom H6 handy recorder, which I do use a lot as well. The one thing with that is it's a little large, right? It's not as portable, and it's a little bit of a pain to set up if I'm just trying to record myself. Even here in my office, just setting it up and having it to have to be off my body, right? I have to kind of put it over somewhere here with a long cable to make it work. And I was looking at the Sony lavalier microphone I did a review of a few weeks back. And this is just a different solution as well that I was interested in trying out because of the fact that it's a portable pocket-sized recorder, right? Handheld, but truly handheld, you know. Like the Zoom H6 says, it's a handy recorder and you can hold in your hand, obviously, but this is much smaller and also called a handy recorder. I guess everything is a handy recorder in Zoom's eyes. But I wanted to try this out. I've seen a bunch of videos, and by no means is this a new product. I think the Zoom H1 has been out for years. The H1N, I believe, is at least a year old or so. But it's new to me. So obviously, I want to do a review. So hopefully this will help you. And I think in a lot of situations, it may. Okay, so I have the Zoom H1N, and then also a lot of people use the Rode SmartLav Plus with things like these kind of pocket handy recorders. And there's lots of good reviews on these as well. You know, SmartLav Plus, broadcast quality audio direct to your smartphone or tablet, right? So, you might say, oh, wait a minute, this is not a tablet, well, or a smartphone. And you're right, it's not. And so that's one thing we'll have to take a look at is how does this hook into that, right? This has a TRS input on the 3.5 millimeter jack, and this has a TRRS output, I guess, right? So it's kind of meant to plug into smartphones and those that have that sort of that sort of jack input pin, you know, combination. But I do have something that will make this work, I hope. So I guess the first thing I wanted to do is let's just, I guess, take a look at the recorder itself. And the box got kind of smashed up here, as you can see. I did order this from Adorama because I actually had something to return and exchange. So I got this. But normally I would be kind of irritated if I got a box that was smashed up. I'm still kind of irritated, but okay, it's fine, whatever. So I guess, you know, so professional stereo recording, it does have the two mic capsules on the top, and a lot of nice features. It has the XY, you know, like mic design, so you get a stereo image of the photo or of the audio. It has a monochrome, small 1.25 inch, 1 1/4 inch monochrome display. There's, you know, buttons, different switches for limiter, auto level, you know, microphone function. So you can actually have this act as a USB microphone if you plug it into your computer or your PC or Mac. You know, and records on a micro SD card. up to 32 gigs. Yeah, so basically just a standard recorder. And it does records audio up to 24-bit 96 kilohertz in WAV format. So I guess we'll just stop talking and we'll just kind of open this up. So like I said, this box has the little inner box container thing slides out. This kind of opens up like this. Basically, what do you think is in here? So some instructions. It says included items. You have the H1N. You get a quick guide, 2 AAA batteries. It says for testing operation. I would assume that means for using it. And you basically also get a couple download codes for applications for your computer. Comes with free bundled software. You get Cubase LE and WaveLab LE. I've never used those before, so I might take a look at those in a different review. I'm using a Mac, and I'm using either Adobe Premiere or Audacity on the Mac, or something like that. So quick guide, some information around, I guess, the Cubase stuff, how to use it. Here's the download information. I won't show you my codes, but there's download information there. And then basically here is the device. So you have a couple batteries, AAA batteries packaged with that. And then you have the recorder itself in this little kind of slip pouch. So, yeah, I mean, this is the device. So there's no plastic on it. Tripod mount on the bottom, battery tray, microphone line in, micro SD card slot. And I guess it does not include a micro SD card, so I got to get one of those. Some switches, buttons, record button, various things here. What I like about this one, as opposed to the older style, is it actually has a dial for the input level, which is nice, because I think the other one had to use the menu or whatever to do it. And I like the dial, and that's one of the things I like on the Zoom H6 is the fact that you can, there is a dial and you can kind of play with that. So that's cool. Yeah, so that's this. Let me, I'm not going to open these batteries because I have a set right over here. So let me kind of pop these in. Let's power it on. So now loading, English. What do I press? Oh, okay. English, yes. 2018. I don't know what the date is. Month. Wait. So it's 2. Is it 21? 221, 28, 7. Oh, I always forget what's 7. So 12. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 736. 36. Okay. All right. So let's set the date. Oh, record. Okay. Okay. Message done. No SD card. All right. Let me grab an SD card. Okay. SD. I guess it recognized SD card. So where's the menu? Hello. Testing. 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 Okay, well, so it's already in 16-bit 44.1K. So this is not a review of the device itself, I guess, and I may come back and do that, but I just basically wanted to unbox this and test it out with the SmartLav. Okay, so that's this part of this. I'm going to put this over here, kind of out of the way. And now I'm going to look at the SmartLav. So this is what it looks like. New and improved, because this is the SmartLav Plus. Again, this one I guess is not also not exactly new per se. This has been out for a while as well. Oops, I always hate when I do that, right? I always screw up the package. This is kind of a weird way to do this. Okay, so what's in here? So you have a little nice fake leather bag, Rode microphone, quick guide, and then you have a few different things. You have desiccant. This is a little Velcro thingamabob, I guess, to keep this wound up after you open it. Warning: strangulation hazard. Don't wrap this around your neck. Okay. Let's undo this. So I would say that this cord, about 3 feet long or so, maybe. I'm not very good at estimating, but it seems like it would be kind of long enough. Okay, let's make the hole too small. Okay, so and then now if you look at this, this is the TRRS connector that works with most smartphones, kind of out of the box. I don't know if you can see that there. So I believe that this does not work natively. Here, hello, 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 hello. So if you see this, I plugged it in, and you can't. Nothing's registering, right? Because this is the wrong connector for the zoom. So what I do have is, and I'll link to this in the description for anybody that cares. Now, Rode sells something like this, or they used to sell something like this. I actually looked for it and I couldn't find the dumb thing anywhere that it was like actually in stock. But they want to, like Rode wants to charge like $15 or $14 for this. But I got basically a pack on Amazon. It gives you 2 of the adapters plus a little other adapter, right? All doing like a female TRRS to a male TRS. So I'll link to the description there. This was relatively inexpensive for this adapter, so hopefully it works. So basically you plug your microphone into that, and then you plug that here, and then hopefully now you can see you're getting signal there, okay? So step 1, that worked, which is nice because I was kind of curious if it was not going to work. And then we'll just, I guess, look at this real quick. So then this is the little alligator clip type adapter. Pop this back on the top. And then basically there you go. So again, I don't know if this is even getting in focus. There you go. So basically it looks like this. So I'm going to clip this on my shirt. And then But here we go. Okay, so now it's recording. It's recording in wave mode. And whatever I think is probably the highest quality is where that was at. So as you can see, this hopefully sounds better than the Rode mic that's on the camera, which obviously you can't see, but it's on the camera. And so what the cool thing about this is then, is you can have this, and there are adapters that I've seen just like that can screw into the this tripod adapter on the back that adds a belt clip, and then you can like clip that to your pant belt or something like that, and then you know, tuck it under your shirt or something, and then you basically have you know, a portable on-person audio solution, right? So you can set this up, you can start recording, you don't have to worry about long cables getting pulled and all of that, or you know, being close to your recording device, because basically the recording device is on you. There is a hold switch, so for instance, like, you know, you do it, you stick it in your pocket and you don't want obviously to stop recording and all that, so there's a hold there. And there you go, right? And you can basically use that as your audio solution for voice. So hopefully that sounds good. Hopefully this is actually, you know, going to work out for, you know, the purpose that I have been kind of looking for, which is basically, like I said, better audio for spoken voice dialogue and situations where I don't want to have to be using a bigger recorder, or the on-camera microphone is too far from me, or whatnot. Now, the other thing that I want to try to use this with is the DJI Osmo Pocket. And that's one thing that it has kind of crappy audio out of the box. You know, the DJI itself, it has two microphones, whatever, right? You know, I have some videos on that. It's not the best. It's not bad, but it's not the best. And then they're coming out with a USB-C to 3.5 millimeter adapter for the Osmo Pocket, but I haven't seen that available yet. I've seen a couple of people that had reviews, you know, they got early access or whatever. But, you know, so that's potentially an option for people using the DJI Osmo Pocket, but then all of a sudden you're holding the Pocket out with a cable attached to you, right? So that, again, that might not be as optimal, and I don't know how the audio would sound. So probably you could use something like the Rode SmartLav with the Osmo Pocket adapter to get better audio. So maybe when that comes out and I get access to it, I can do a review on that or test it out. But in the meantime, this is a totally, you know, not dependent on the Osmo Pocket solution that a lot of people have had good reviews about, right? And so obviously you're listening to this right now. I'm not sure what it sounds like. I'm hoping it sounds good. But then yeah, so we'll see. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything you want to know about this. Like I said, I'm a little bit late to the game, late to the start with this specific solution, because it is you know, a year plus old. You know, it's been on the market for a while, but you know, like I said, I'm hoping that it solves my need, and it may very well solve yours as well. If you have a chance and you like the video content and the channel, please do me a favor and subscribe. Or if you're not going to subscribe, maybe like the video, maybe make a comment, ask a question. You know, I'd really like to engage with the audience. And, you know, again, as I mentioned in some earlier videos, I'm really trying to grow the channel this year. I'm trying to create content that people find adds some value, you know, to them, whether it be, you know, reviews of items or a different perspective or use of an item, like, you know, some of the Osmo Pocket things I've tried to do, some unique situations and, you know, weird things that, you know, I haven't seen on other YouTube videos. So, you know, hopefully I'm adding some value there. In a way that's entertaining, or at least not boring. I don't know about entertaining. Nobody in my family thinks I'm very entertaining. So yeah. So definitely take a look at other videos on the channel, check out my website. I kind of combined all the different social media channels that I'm currently contributing to at that site. So it's tisfortech.net. You can link to, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest page, a Patreon account that I have no patrons on. So that's another thing that would be great if anybody wants to kind of help out with the channel. There's a tier that's called less than a latte. So, less than a good cup of coffee per month. You can help me continue working on this channel and hopefully continue to bring interesting content. Thanks again for watching. This is Andrew from T is for Tech, and I'll see you next time.